Hello, 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 Dion here. Welcome to 1 o'clock live. Come on in as you're joining me. Say hi to me in the box. Let me know that you're watching. My name is Dion Johnson. I am the founder of Women Leader Global, and my work is all about supporting women in public sector and third sector senior leadership. So this video is for you if you are a CEO, a director, head of department, head of region, head of service, strategic lead in your third sector or public sector organization. You are more than welcome. Please come on in, say hi to me, let me know that you're watching. Hi Kemi, thank you so much for joining. I'm excited about today. I'm excited about sharing with you today because I'm speaking about quitting. And I know for a fact that many of you watching this, either live or on the broadcast, will be at some point wondering if now's the time that you make a run for it, right? That you quit your senior leadership role. And my video today, my message today is don't do it until you do this one thing. I want to share with you this one powerful strategy that I share with my clients who are suffering and struggling through what I call the quit-stay dilemma, More about that in just a little while. But as you're joining, I want you to go ahead and say hi, put your say hi to me in the chat box and let me know where you're watching from. And if you like this video, or if you know somebody who's struggling with the quit stay dilemma, then share this video. Just consider sharing it on your page. I think that there will be a button somewhere around this video that says share. Just go ahead and click it and let your network, sharing is caring, I hear. And like this page so that you can stay abreast of what's happening in Women Leader Global world. And I'm passionate about supporting women to be more influential in their senior leadership role. And if that's you, then please just like the page and stay connected. Okay, so I'm going to get right on into it. Today, I'm talking about the one powerful strategy that you need to do before you quit. So if you are a woman in senior leadership and you're thinking about quitting, or you're struggling with what I call the quit-stay dilemma, then this is for you. Now, the quit-stay dilemma is the dilemma that I find a lot of women are in. On one hand, they want to quit. They want to get out of there. They don't want to be there. Like they're drained. They're struggling. They don't want to be in that role anymore. They don't want to be in that organization anymore. They don't want to be with those people anymore. They feel like they wish they could just go away and never look back. Right? That's the quit part. But the dilemma is that they also want to stay. They also want to stay because at the end of the day, they really care about the organizational mission. They really care about their clients and customers. They really care about serving the people that they lead. They really care about making a contribution to the overall improvement or influencing or changing of something that the organization is set to change, right? So they care about making their difference. So this quit-stay dilemma is not as rare as you might think it is. It's actually a common scenario that I find women to be dealing with quite a lot. And it reminded me of, I wanted to share with you today that in 2013, I wrote this book. And as part of the research, it's called Fed Up of Being Fed Up at Work. It's a must-have resource for professionals who wake up on Monday morning wishing it was Friday afternoon. Maybe you can identify. Maybe you wake up on Monday morning wishing it was Friday afternoon. Hi, Pauline. Thank you so much for joining. I'm talking about the quit-stay dilemma today. And when I was doing the research for this book, I went out on the streets for about 4 months straight. I went out on the streets at going to work time between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning. And I would just ask people this one question. And the question was, how do you feel about going to work today? And I had loads of really funny responses. And 61% of my survey sample, 61% that of the people that I asked didn't want to be going to work that day, didn't want to be doing it. I got some really funny responses. What's the option below hate? Because I gave them lots of different options, right? And they had to choose whether they loved it, or disliked it intensely or hated it. And one guy said, what's the option below hate? Someone else said, how do you think I feel? It's cold and I haven't finished sleeping yet. I got lots of responses along that vein, but a couple of responses really stood out to me. And a couple of the people that I spoke to alluded to the fact that they were embarrassed about the fact they weren't happy about going into work that day because they'd literally just joined the organization. They'd literally just started the role. So I remember one woman who was there for less than 3 months when I asked her, and she was saying, she's not happy about going in. And she said to me, I'm a bit embarrassed about that because it's a new role. I've only just got there. And I remember meeting another lady who said that she'd been there for less than a year and it was already time for her to move on. She was already thinking about quitting. And it really stuck with me because what I'm really understanding is that oftentimes we quit somewhere before we finish finding out how we're creating what the problem is, how we are co-creating our experience there. So what happens is if we don't do that, then we move on and then we start to create it again in the next place. We just create more of the same. And so this strategy that I'm sharing with you today is what I call finding your gold. And it's the strategy that I share with my clients when they too are thinking about leaving somewhere. See, the thing is that we can't leave somewhere before we found out what's causing the reason that we want to get out, that what's pushing us, what's causing, why that's happening, and how we are creating it. So GOLD is an acronym, right? GOLD is an acronym that you can use today if you're in that quit stay dilemma. GOLD is an acronym that you can use. And here's the G. G is for finding out what's going on. Write that in the box, somebody. What's going on? You see, it's really important for you to ask. Like last week, I had a conversation with a prospective client. And before we got on the call, I asked her what's going on. And she told me what she thought was going on. She told me why she thought she needed my help. And then when we got on the call after just two or maybe three very simple coaching questions, what she started to describe as the real issue after those questions was different. It's like she'd gone to she's like 180, she swung 180 to the other side of the fence. Like what she described as what was going on after a few questions was different to what she described before we had the conversation. And it's not that she was lying before, it's just that sometimes we get so caught up. There's a saying, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame, right? Sometimes you get so caught up with what you think's going on that sometimes you need to stop a minute and really take some time, some energy, some focus, some considerate, intentional, deliberate probing and asking of yourself, what really is going on here? And taking the time to listen to find out what the truth of the matter is. Because sometimes we have these notions about what's going on that's really far removed from what's actually needing to be addressed, right? So G stands for what's going on. And O in finding your gold is ownership. Ownership. Now this is about owning your power to create the experience. So oftentimes when people are fed up, they're dealing with power struggles, they're dealing with isms and schisms, they're dealing with conflicts, they're dealing with unreasonable expectations, they're dealing with cultural isms and schisms in the organization. And so when they are rehearsing how that's affecting them, I want to get out of here because I can't stand it because this is happening to me and this is happening to me. What they fail to do is say, is remember how powerful they are to create their own experience. So you may have heard the saying that what is happening to you, what you're experiencing, is 90% what is 10% what is happening and 90% how you are approaching what's happening, right? And that's really powerful when you can own your own power to co-create your experience, when you can own your own influence on what you see happening and what you're experiencing, this is a really powerful step. It's the reason that I say find your gold. You see, finding your gold is really all about getting insights and ideas about how you are creating what you're experiencing, how you are co-creating that problem or that challenge or that issue. And I know that some of you will say, well, no, it's all them, or, it's the institution, or it's my boss, or it's the government, or it's whatever out there. Trust me when I tell you that if you take this step seriously, you will find gold that will prevent you from recreating the same experiences over and over again. You'll find your power to create. You'll be able to own your power to create your own experiences. So ownership is a really powerful step in finding your gold. And then L is lies. L stands for lies. So oftentimes when you're caught up in something that's, energy draining or that you don't like, that oftentimes the reason that it can keep growing and gathering momentum is because of the stories we tell ourselves about it. And those stories are often rooted in lies. I call them BFDLs, big, fat, dirty lies. And these lies need to be addressed because they start with I am, or they start with me. They're lies about who you are, your right to be there, your capabilities, your capacities, the lies. You must find the lies that are perpetuating and fueling the situation that you're trying to run away from. You must find the lies. And then fourthly, D stands for doing. What you are doing, the actions that you are taking, the habits that you have, the patterns that you have, the thinking patterns, the doing patterns, the actions, the responses, your reactions to things around you that are exacerbating the problem, that are fueling the fire, right? It's really crucial that you find your gold. Otherwise, what you can find happening is that you, like those people in my survey, can end up leaving and going and finding a place where you think, I've left those people, I've left that situation, I've left that culture. And lo and behold, 3 months later, a year later, guess what? If you haven't found your gold and learned how to deal with it, you're here creating the same thing over here again. So you need to find your G, what's going on? You need to find out your O. How can you own your part in co-creating this situation? And find the L, the BFDLs, the big fat dirty lies that are just not true about you. Like I don't belong, I'm not enough, they don't like me, I don't like them. Just lies. And then D, your actions, your doing. What are you doing to create the situation? Find your gold. Find your gold. So what do you think? You want to find your gold? Because if this is speaking to you, if what I'm saying is speaking to you, then I'm excited to be sharing with you this offering that I want to share with you right now. I am opening up throughout the whole of the rest of this month and throughout the whole of July, which is my birth month, in celebration for my birthday happening next month. I am opening up a limited number of spots for you to work with me to find your gold. I'm so excited because I'm almost giving these sessions away, but let me share with you what will happen. The way that it works is that I am making myself available to meet with you one-on-one. We get together in a really nice place in central London. We meet, we spend 3 hours together. 3 concentrated hours focusing on you. So you exhale, you shake off the funk of that workplace, you kick off your shoes, you exhale, you sink back, and we talk. We talk and we focus on you for the whole of that afternoon, for the whole of those 3 hours. We focus on you and we talk. We go deep. We dig, we ask questions. I ask you challenging questions. This is just not a rant fest. This is not somewhere that you come just to get things off your chest. This is a place that you can come to grow, and grow through what you're going through at work, grow through the issues that are causing you to want to be out of there when actually you really want to stay. And when we talk, you think, and you rethink, and you review, and you refresh, and you redefine what's happening, who you are, how you're being, how you're creating what you're creating in your workplace. And then you know what? Magic happens. When we create this space to find your gold, magic happens. Things that were right there, obvious things that you couldn't see before because of you were all caught up in the isms and schisms. When you give yourself time to rise above all of that, then magic happens, because your eyes become open to things that were there all the time that you just didn't see before. And and things disappear. Things that seemed like really a big deal, like a big wall or a big obstacle standing in front of you, just sort of disseminates, just dissipates and it just goes away. Magic happens when you give yourself this time. And so I'm really excited about extending to you an invitation to come and join me on what I'm calling the Power to Influence VIP Intensives, where we spend these 3 hours together working to find your gold. And if this is something that sounds good to you, the investment, drum roll please, the investment is just $597. Usually it's double that. And I'm offering it for June and July at this really birthday rate. And I want to make it as accessible as possible to anybody that really would love some help to find their gold and to rise above the isms and schisms and the politics and the poitics that are holding you back, causing you to burn out and break down and want to be running away from a place that you really ought to be staying in. So if this is you, if you know that you're interested, then I want you just to email me. Just email me at connect@dionjohnson.com and it will be in the chat box. Go and find the email address. Email me, let me know you're interested, and I'll send you some more information and we can have a chat. So that's it today. I'm looking forward to hearing from you if you are interested in the Power to Influence VIP experience. And if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and put #replay. And if you've got any questions, I'll come back and answer those later on. Don't forget to like this page and share this video and let people know about the Power to Influence VIP experience. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.